Hey there carpet cleaners, John here, and in this video I want to talk about the importance of having a positive daily routine as a business owner and how that can help you to take your carpet cleaning business to the next level. If you've never heard of me before, my name's John Williams. I run a company called AGB. We specialize in one industry only, the carpet cleaning industry, and we specialize in one thing only, getting carpet cleaning businesses like yours booked out with jobs on autopilot with our specialist bespoke digital marketing system. I'm on a personal mission to help as many carpet cleaning businesses not just survive but thrive, whether that's through our one-on-one program or through this YouTube channel. So let's dive right in. Why having a daily routine is so important for you as a business owner. Let's dive right in. So I'm sure any of you that watches or follows any like YouTube business gurus, who've read any kind of business self-help books, I'm sure you've heard business people in the past talk about the importance of having a daily routine in terms of how that can impact on the success of you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. However, most of these people, these gurus that you see kind of talking about kind of daily routines, typically, the things they talk about are completely unrealistic and totally unachievable to most normal human beings in the average world. A lot of these guys and girls, they say they wake up at like 3 a.m, then they go and run 10 miles, and they go and stand on their head and meditate for 2 hours. They don't answer any messages till like 12 p.m, and then they're asleep again by like 7. You might see on if you follow any Instagram profiles or business health profiles and stuff, people talking about these really crazy daily routines and stuff like that. Billionaire, the billionaire daily routine, wake up at 3, run 10 miles, so on and so forth. And like I say, for most people, me included, the things that these people say is just completely unrealistic, totally undoable. A lot of people think that for you to be successful, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be a billionaire, if you want to have a successful business, that you need to wake up at 3 a.m. and you need to go to the gym for 2 hours from 4 till 6 and blah blah blah, and only eat 25 calories a day or whatever stupid crap these people say. And a lot of people think, if you can't do that, you're not going to be successful, and it's completely totally untrue. And the reality is that you don't need to be a fitness freak. You don't need to go to the gym every day. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. in order to be a super successful business owner. So I want to run through today what my business routine is, and I would say that the thing that has had the biggest impact on me and the thing that's had a biggest impact on my business out of everything that I've done, I've learned, is a positive daily routine. It's been the biggest game changer for me, and so it is massively important as a carpet cleaning business owner, which is really the people that we're talking to with this channel. I truly believe that if you don't already, if you implement some sort of positive daily routine in your business, in your carpet cleaning business, it will enable you to be more successful, make more money, have more customers, and just be a more successful business owner in general. But like I said, you don't need to wake up at 3 a.m. You don't need to run 10 miles. I'm going to walk you through what my daily routine is, show you how you can implement something inside yourself and inside your business, something that is realistic, something that is doable, and something that's going to make a massive impact as well. So with that being said, let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about sort of the fundamentals. Let's take a step back and understand some of the basic stuff here that really feeds into a daily routine. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that as a business owner, regardless of who you've hired, what you've outsourced, ultimately the success of your business starts and ends with you. Okay? The decisions you do and don't make every day, the effort you put in or don't put in every single day, directly affects how successful your business will or won't be. Because at the end of the day, you might have outsourced your marketing and your digital advertising to a specialist carpet cleaning marketing company like ours, right? You might have technicians on the road doing the carpet cleaning. You might not even be on the truck anymore. Awesome. You might might have an accountant that's doing the books for you and doing the taxes, so you don't have to worry about that, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, all of these people, they work for you. Nobody has the level of passion, belief, or vision in your business or ambition than you do, right? The owner, right? Everybody else is an employee, or they're all people that you pay. They're doing stuff for you to help you move the needle forward for money, or you're leveraging them to get your time back, right? So you've got more time to focus on the business instead of doing like admin tasks, like doing the bookkeeping and stuff like that. And I've done another video on all of that kind of stuff. Do check it out. They're all there on the YouTube channel. But ultimately, like, the business stops and starts and it ends with you. Like, you're the business owner, you're the founder, you're the CEO. And really, ultimately, whether this business is going to crash or whether it's going to survive, whether it's going to thrive, it's really down to you and the decisions that you make every single day. And that being said, there are really three core elements to being a successful business owner or entrepreneur. And those are, number one, consistency, persistence, and execution. To get the most out of consistency, persistence, and execution, and to operate at that elevated level for success, we need to turn these three fundamental elements into good daily habits, which combined form a daily routine. So I think the easiest way to really kind of get across the thing of like daily routines is to talk about my daily routine and kind of break it down and explain to you why I do this, why it works, why it enables me to be a successful entrepreneur, the impact that it has in relation to consistency, persistence, and execution. So my daily routine. So I go to bed at about 11 p.m. to midnight every single night. Like probably like most normal people, I don't go to bed like early, like at 6, 7 o'clock at night. I don't go to bed at 3 a.m. or anything like that. I go to bed at like pretty much, I would say, like regular times, like 11 to midnight. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day, like clockwork, Monday to Sunday, 7 days a week. My alarm goes off at 7 a.m. And so I get between 7 to 8 hours sleep every single day. Getting a good night's sleep every day, consistently getting a good night's sleep, so we're talking about consistency here every day, is massively important to you to be a successful business owner. Because guess what? If you're burnt out, if you're waking up at 4 in the morning and you're surviving on like only 2 or 3 hours sleep, eventually you're going to burn out, right? And you're going to be really, really tired. Guess what happens when you're tired? Your judgment is clouded because your brain's tired. And when your brain's tired, that's when you make bad business decisions, right? And those bad business decisions screw your business up. And not only do you make bad business decisions, but when you're tired, you're very irritable. And that rubs off on your employees when you snap at them, right? So that creates a bad business culture. It doesn't create a team environment. It doesn't create an environment where your employees want to work with you if you're always snapping at them and getting annoyed with them because you're tired. And that's when you have like your best employees leave because they're sick and tired of you snapping at them and having a go at them because you're tired. So despite what everybody says about like the grind and you've got to work 20 hours a day to like make your business happen, it's actually not true. You're actually going to have more impact. You're going to be more successful by making sure you're getting like 7 to 8 hours sleep consistently every single day so that your batteries are recharged and you're energized and your brain is rested so that you can make great business decisions and so that you're not irritable, so that your team are on board and behind you. So that's step one for me, is to get a good night's sleep every night. I don't wake up at like stupid o'clock in the morning. I don't go to bed at stupid o'clock at night. I'm not working for 20 hours a day, burning myself out. I'm going to bed at 11 to midnight, waking up at 7, and I'm making sure I'm getting 7 to 8 hours sleep every day. So my alarm goes off at 7 o'clock. The next thing that happens is when I wake up, when I'm in bed, I check my phone for messages. Now, before we get into this, I want to talk about probably the greatest kind of like productivity hack that I've ever been taught. And out of all the kind of hacks and cheats and cracks that I've ever learned as an entrepreneur, in terms of like the most actionable thing that's made the hugest difference in my life and my business, it's what I'm about to tell you. And that is to turn all notifications off on your phone, on your computer, on your tablet, wherever you get notifications. And by the way, I'm not talking about turning your phone onto like do not disturb. If your phone's on do not disturb, you're still gonna get like, the pop-up banners and stuff like that. It's just that your phone's not going to make a noise and it's not going to vibrate. But if you unlock your phone, all of those messages are all going to be there on the home screen. I'm talking about like going into the settings on your phone and literally turning off all notifications to the point where you don't, like next to the icon, you have the little red circle that tells you like how many like messages you haven't read or that are unread. I'm talking about going as far as taking away all the notifications so that the only way to know that you've got a new message on Facebook or Instagram or whatever is by actually opening the app up and going in there and looking. Let me tell you why this is huge, right? Because listen, when you're trying to work, when you're trying to move the needle forward, when you're trying to come up with a strategy that's going to take your business to that next level, when you need to get your head down and focus, maybe work on a new website or a new special offer or whatever it is, and your phone's going off every 2 seconds, a new notification from Facebook, your friends posted what they had from the takeaway last night, and so then you stop and you pick up your phone and you get distracted and then you comment on it and then you get back to work again, and then the next 2 minutes later your phone pings again and you pick it up. It's an email, maybe it's important. Guess what? Turns out it's from Netflix telling you about the new series that's dropping tonight. So then you delete that, you crack on with work again, and then your phone goes off again and it's like Messenger, and now it's like your buddy wants to know if you want to go for like a beer in the evening or whatever it is, or it's your wife trying to tell can you pick up some milk on the way home, right? Like, you get where I'm coming from, yeah? And now suddenly that thing that should have only taken you 2 hours takes you 4 hours. Number one. Number two, like, you're constantly distracted, so like your performance on that task, on that important thing, is kind of like at the level that it could have been at had you been able to like 100% focus on it without distraction. Now, if you're an owner operator carpet cleaner, you might not be able to turn all notifications off. Obviously, if you've got jobs coming in, or on the business email, or to your business page, if you're doing advertising and stuff like that, you might want to keep those notifications on because they're important to your business. But certainly like personal Facebook notifications, you don't need those on. You don't need to be distracted by them. Personal emails, you don't need to be distracted by them. Things like that, turn them all off. If you're not an owner operator, if you're a carpet cleaning business owner proper, in terms of like you're not in the day-to-day, maybe you've got a front desk, or you've got somebody scheduling the jobs for you, you've got somebody out there on the trucks, you've got somebody managing your advertising and stuff like that, you've got somebody that's customer facing, handling all the messages for you. In that case, like, literally switch everything off, all the business stuff and all the rest of it, which is kind of what I do. As a CEO of an advertising agency that specializes in carpet cleaning industry, we've got like a team of like 15 employees, many of which are client facing, and it's those that handle most of the business emails. I only probably get like 4 or 5 emails a day that I actually need to like respond to, that are kind of like high level business owner stuff. And so rather than constantly being distracted every time one of those emails comes in, I just check my emails 2 or 3 times a day when it suits me, and I just let them build up the emails, just answer them all in like one hit, rather than as and when they come in on a rolling basis. Just answer them all in one go, like in the morning when I wake up, or at the end of the day before I finish work, or sometimes at lunchtime. And so anybody that emails me, they're going to get a response from me like same day, probably within a few hours of actually emailing me, because I do check my phone and my messages, like I say, 3 or 4 times a day. But what's important here is that I'm in control of the business rather than me being a slave to the business. The business is a slave to me. I decide when I get distracted. I decide when I want to look at emails. I decide when I'm going to answer, right? Not the other way around. And so that allows me to focus 100% on the important things that are going to move the needle forward in my business without being distracted in any way, shape, or form. So one of the key things that I can tell you that's going to make a big difference in terms of like daily routine, and like one of the big productivity hacks is as much as possible, depending on how your business is set up and where you are and how involved you are, turn the notifications off on your phone and on your laptop and on your tablet and stuff like that. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you get notified when the next video comes out. And if you'd like to find out more about working with us on a one-on-one basis to take your carpet cleaning business to the next level, check out the link in the description where you'll be able to schedule a call. See you on the next video, guys. Peace.